To begin tonight's speed feed with tragic news out of North Carolina, where a news crew has been killed, and authorities say weather could be a factor here as well. This is what we know. WYFF news anchor Mike McCormick and photojournalist Aaron Smetzer were killed while covering the impact of heavy rain on Highway 176 in Polk County. Investigators say the two men died when a tree fell on their SUV, crushing both of them. Fire officials say the ground was saturated with rainwater at the time, and the tree's roots gave way. Right now, there's an outpouring of support on social media for the men, their families, and their news station as well. Many are calling the accident heartbreaking, while others who also work in the news business are posting about how closely this story hits home. A pedestrian is killed trying to beat traffic in southwest Atlanta this evening. Police say the 57-year-old victim was outside the crosswalk at Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway and Regina Drive when he tried to run across the street and he was struck by a car. He died at Grady Hospital. The driver is not facing any charges. And check this out, the volcano on Hawaii's Big Island is still running hot and fast. Take a look at this view from outer space, a satellite video here showing the impact of this destructive volcano. The lava now covers at least 2,400 acres as eruptions continue tonight. The Army National Guard is now teaming up with active duty soldiers to get a better look at the damage. Vigorous eruptions are still affecting the island as we speak. Now, since the first outbreak happened more than 3 weeks ago, lava has claimed at least 82 structures and forced thousands of people to evacuate. Well, a large and patriotic crowd gathering today in Portsmouth, Virginia for what's now being called the nation's oldest continuous Memorial Day parade. It's been a tradition since 1884, saluting the service and sacrifice of America's men and women. U.S. Senator Tim Kaine was there, his son in the Marine Corps, actually, and this was the 134th year of the event.